Y'all already know what it is. In 3.
Black Jesus.
Kyle Jackson, Savin Premier Real Estate, Tampa, Florida's favorite realtor, and your host for Homeownership and Hip Hop. I am actually here for the very first time riding solo. I've been doing radio for quite a number of years. I've been on a number of different radio shows, broadcasts, podcasts. Today is actually the first time ever that I'm doing a solo show. I'll be riding, of course, with the General. Serge the General is in the building. Serge in General is in the building. Let's be clear. Running the boards, making sure that he got everything under control here at Flow Ohio Radio. And we thank you for rocking with us right here on Flow Ohio Radio, Spreaker Radio, iHeart Radio, all platforms, all outlets. We're doing what we do. Okay. In addition to that, not only is it my first time flying solo on a show, but I have lots to talk about today because, as you may have heard, if you are watching us live on Facebook, which I hope you are, if you saw us live on Facebook, you heard the pre-show, the intro to the show. We were talking about Drink Champs, and can we just give a round of applause for our brothers at Drink Champs, and most importantly, salute my man Nori, salute DJ EFN. They have come a long way. They brought that podcast a long way and deserve to get their flowers like they have been giving our hip-hop legends flowers. Yep. They deserve to get their flowers right now. And they just did an interview, for those who don't know, with the icon called Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. And salute Kanye West because, man, one of the best interviews I've seen and one of the most interesting moments in hip hop. I mean, this brother is always pushing the culture forward. He's contributing in a major way. Do I agree with everything he does? No. Did I say that the brother needed mental health counseling and some treatment? Yes. Do I still think that? Yes. However, he was clear as day yesterday.
Yeah, he was.
He was clear. It didn't look like mental health issues to me. It looked like he was on point in many, many ways. And so we're going to talk a bit about that during today's show. Because, of course, homeownership and hip hop. And he is the top story in hip hop right now based upon that interview. And my man Nori, as your brother Fat Joe would say, yesterday's price is not today's price. Today's price is not today's price. That price has definitely gone up based upon that interview. You are now in the mainstream, my brother. And so what I would say to you is be careful playing over there. Because I think some time ago, Serge, I saw Nori in an interview and he said, you go to the house and you can go left and you can go right. And I chose to go straight. But there are some things going on in the left and the right if you go those ways. And so just know you playing at that level. So be careful because we love you. And we want the best for you. We want you safe out there. Speaking of safe, and one of the things that stood out to me, I hope it stood out to those of you who saw this interview, Kanye talked about they going to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
He said he made it very clear. He knew what he was saying when he referenced the late, great Dr. Sebi and his Dr. Sebi's diet so that, as he said, all of God's children can live a healthy life here on this planet. You know they don't like that.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever they is.
They didn't like the 12 tribes of Judah either.
They don't like that 12 tribes of Judah talk. They didn't like that. No. They didn't like. Well, let me tell you what I didn't like. There was a lot of things they didn't like, but there's a few things I ain't like either.
Yeah.
Okay? So, I ain't like, I get it. And I had a conversation with my son about this, what I'm about to tell y'all this morning. Do you know you can be 100% wrong and right kind of at the same damn time? Like, you could be wrong and right. And so I felt like when he was discussing our brother Big Sean, John Legend, Common, he was wrong, but he was also right.
Yeah.
He was also right. Serge, I saw a post from you this morning talking about the hypocrisy of the left and the right in terms of presenting 10,000-page documents and forcing things through without giving people a chance to. That two-party system is whack.
It is.
Right? It's a failed system. But going back to Common, John Legend, and Big Sean. So I get it. Loyalty matters a lot. Okay? So from that perspective, if you're talking about a person who's honorable, loyal, really, Kanye was right. He saved your life, Big Sean. He changed the whole trajectory of your life. Now, maybe he would have made it without Ye. He might have, right? But Kanye West put that man in the game, gave him the resources and the support that got him to where he is now, debt-free, family straight, multi-millions, doing it big, right? Kanye showed that he had that level of loyalty when they asked him about Dame Dash. He said, hey, white man, don't ever speak on me and how I take care of the man that put me on.
Exactly.
Okay? So, salute Ye from coming from a position of loyalty matters. However, on the flip side of that, I also see where he was wrong. Because, look, yes, you put Big Sean in the game. He's dope. He went out there. He performed under your label, under good music. Let's be clear. Big Sean carried good music for a good couple of years. There wasn't a lot coming out of there other than Big Sean. Okay? So salute to him for that. But in addition to that, I don't know that he owes you fealty. Loyalty, yes, but you seem like you were asking for fealty. Unquestioned loyalty. I own you kind of thing, right? And I don't think he owes you that. I think that it was an interesting thing, and I say fealty because, let's be clear, man, you was wearing that dumb red hat, man. You was hugging on that chump. And you were out here looking straight up crazy, yay. Straight up. We was wondering, like, this man. Now, things have cleared up since you got away from that whole Kardashian family. You looking a lot more clear in your mind and what your words are these days. So I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but I'm just telling you from outsiders looking in, it wasn't looking all the way good, bruh. And with that said, I can't really blame Big Sean for saying, I'm not supporting that run for presidency, bruh. You looking a little goofy over there, and I can't risk ruining my brand, my reputation, my old thing, trying to support your movement. So I leave that to the people to decide, right? But I thought that was a hot topic. I thought Nori missed an opportunity early in the interview, and I posted about this. I made a post because it hit me straight in the face as soon as I heard it. I was like, yes, I'm talking about this on Saturday. So he said, DJ EFN says, yeah, you own land though, right? Like, he was like, Nori chimes in, he's like, yeah, nah. He got like something like 200 acres. Kanye says, yeah, well, it's actually like 12,000 acres, but yeah, it's whatever. Go ahead, go with your point. Hold up, sir. 200 ain't 12,000.
Nah, not at all.
You understand? This man got 12,000 acres of land. Okay? So I need to talk about that for a good minute. He has been actively saying America is for sale. You can buy this land. Okay? And that's what this show is about, hip hop. I'm talking to you. I'm telling you. I have land for sale in Tampa Bay right now. Right now, you can buy land. Acreage. Okay? I just posted for 4.5 acres. You can get for $500,000. $500,000 sounds like a lot of money. It's really not. when you start dealing in larger numbers in real estate, it becomes normal to talk in terms of hundreds of thousands and millions, right? Because we're talking large assets, large tracts of land. But with 4.5 acres, let's just be clear, you have enough land to build a whole community, build a subdivision, build a, if you want to go commercial with it, you can build a strip mall, right? One of those strip malls. If it's zone commercial, you can have a fully active working farm, right? Getting revenue from that. You can get revenue from the earth. Charge people for grazing. You can get revenue from selling trees. You can get revenue from your air rights. You can put, you ever see those towers with the cell phone towers?
Yeah.
Everywhere that sits, somebody's getting a check.
Grow hemp.
Grow hemp. Soon, hopefully, eventually, this state will follow suit with
Well, they're already doing it.
They're going to legalize
Shout out to
marijuana.
Tomahawk Farms and Galen Graham and them.
Salute to everybody that's out here. But again, with 4.5 acres, you have more than enough land that you can cultivate and maintain a reasonably sized farm. If you want to grow hemp, marijuana, or I don't even know if marijuana is the appropriate term anymore. But
No. It's just a separate thing.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I was glad. I think Nori missed an opportunity to build on that. And that's why this show, Homeownership and Hip Hop, is so important. I don't want us missing opportunities because, it seemed like he was ready to talk about architecture and, real estate. He wanted to go down that road, but he didn't want to step on Nori's toes. He wasn't going that way. Another place where I saw that he could have gone and he wanted to talk about the science of music. There was a portion of the show where he started talking about energies, frequencies, and vibrations. Yep. And I need you folks to understand that is real. For those of you who know names like Nikola Tesla and, vibrations matter. 808s, chakras, all of these things, like how he was ready to go down that road with him. And I was like, we about to.
Yeah.
And we squandered that opportunity too. That didn't happen because he wanted to. The thing that he did talk about with regards to the 808 and the distortion of sound and how it affects your frequency as a human, these are real things. Look it up for yourself. I'm not going to drive you, but I'm just telling you, energies, frequencies, and vibrations are real, okay? For those of you who are into the practice of meditation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so, I think that that was another missed opportunity where he was ready to build. I think he should have gone further with the Dr. Sebi comment. Okay? He's talked about Dr. Sebi. Like, I would have loved for him to talk about Dr. Sebi's health formulas and the program and who Dr. Sebi is for people. There are still people in the world who have no idea who that is. Okay? And so, do your research. It's at Dr. Sebi if you are interested. Look him up. Okay? And then he never stopped he did acknowledge, this is the first interview I ever saw where Kanye showed up solo dolo. He was by himself, no security, no entourage. That man walked in there for himself. But what I didn't like was he kept talking about they're gonna kill him.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill him for this. They're gonna kill him for what he's saying because he was dropping a lot of truth bombs. Okay, I'm grateful that he did it, but I don't doubt their resolve either. Bob Marley really did get killed, right? Like for telling us the truth. I can go through lots of people who we've lost, and I would have mentioned somebody for the hip hop community. I know usually I talk homeownership first. I'm gonna get to that, but right now we're gonna talk this hip hop, and then we're gonna go to a commercial. But for those of you who follow other hip hop broadcasts, of course, Drink Champs being one, another being $1 million worth of game. There's a guy out there named Gilly the King with his cousin Wallow. I like those brothers. Very, very important to the culture right now. But I saw Gilly say something important just the other day. And he talked about, for hip-hop, over the years, we have lost a number of legends. It was traumatic for the people of my generation when we lost Jam Master Jay. It was hurtful. I mean, really, when we lost Biggie, we still celebrate March 9th to this day. That was traumatic. When we lost Pop, traumatic, right? Like, these are we were hurt because our legends were lost. Our some of the people we held in great esteem and who were our great artists. But then now Gilly said, but this new generation, man, y'all got people dying like it seemed like every week, every month. Y'all losing so many people. It's scary now. Okay? And so I want to encourage the youth to pay attention to that, right? Like, we are losing far too many young people. Pop Smoke, right? What was the young man? Extension or triple extension or something like this. Now, those aren't that's not my generation of hip hop, right? That's not what I listen to. I'm more of the KRS-One, I'm the Norries, these guys, right? But I do think that it's important that when Kanye is mentioning people, like they asked him about some of the newer artists, like I think he said his favorite is Lil Baby right now.
Yeah.
The Baby is out there. They talked about him. They talked about some of the others. I think when your name is in those conversations, a lot of people paying attention to you. A lot of, please, young people, be careful out in these streets. Make right moves. Do the right things. Like, hip-hop is dangerous enough as it is, right? Like, we know. Anything can pop off. But we want you safe. We want you to go home to your families, and we want you to continue to make great art. All right? So I'm going to continue to talk about this, but, Serge, let's go to our first commercial. And for the first time, I'm actually going to introduce one of our commercials because we're going to talk a little bit about home ownership. But this commercial is actually was recorded for me by one of my active customers. Her name is Carla Williams. She's a Tampa Bay resident. She trusted me to sell her home, which is closing on Friday. And I am so grateful for what she had to say about me, my service as a realtor, and how I was able to help her. And so we wound up taking her video clip and making it into this commercial. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Carla Williams. Kyle is now my current realtor. And what I love about Kyle, he's honest, he's gracious. When I thought about selling my home, I basically thought, okay, it's an older home and it's not basically up to the same standard as what he's used to selling. But he actually make you feel grateful that you're living in a mansion, which he just say, okay, Carla, I know this house is going to sell. I love his confidence. I love his hard work. I just love his spirit. He's the best realtor I know in Tampa Bay. Again, the best realtor I know in Tampa Bay. And he has made my home easy to sell. Where I panic, he just tell me, Carla, it's going to be okay. If you need to buy a home, if you need to sell a home, please reach out to Kyle Jackson. You won't regret it. I can personally tell you, that's a testimony that I can tell, which I will spread the word around Tampa Bay and beyond. Kyle Jackson is the best realtor I have ever heard of in Tampa Bay. He's honest, he's energetic, he's hardworking, and he's a man of his word. If he say your house is gonna sell, it's gonna sell. So believe in Kyle Jackson.
Ladies and gentlemen, Homeownership and Hip Hop, I want to give a major shout out to Miss Carla Williams. Thank you so much for that commercial. Thank you for allowing me to serve as your realtor. And for anybody else in the Tampa Bay area who is thinking about buying or selling or investing in real estate, I would love to serve as your real estate agent. I work for a company called Seven Premier Real Estate. You can contact me directly at KyleSellsTampaBay.com, KyleSellsDreamHomes.com, or you can call me directly at 813-444-2691. You can also call me or reach directly, as you can see from the sign, directly to SevenPremier.com, which is the brokerage website. You'll find me on there as well. And whether you're a first-time home buyer or someone who owns a home already and would like to, maybe it's time for you to downsize. Carla's about to downsize and go into a nice luxury condominium, but a smaller home, where And she'll be living in Midtown, which is a new luxury kind of rental community ownership. It's beautiful over there. So if you're not familiar with the Tampa Bay area and Midtown, again, you can call me. If you're thinking about relocating to the area, call me. I'll be happy to get you familiar with all of the different parts of Tampa Bay and the best places to live. And of course, if you are selling because you want a bigger home, some people are having families, some people want, have grown their business and want a larger place. Whatever your reasons are, I want to encourage you to call me, 813-444-2691. I am always available. I work 7 days a week. And so I would love to talk to you. I would love to serve. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about that. But I just want to get back to where we left off. Because the hot topic right now is the Drink Champs. The Drink Champs. Salute them. Salute Kanye West. I was very happy to see that interview. But there were some things that I picked up along the way. Like, I know he's been having a bit of a ongoing feud or a challenge with Drake. And so they asked him on the show, would you do a versus? And if so, versus who? So it was suggested that he might be able to go versus Jay-Z. I don't think you should take that battle, Kanye. You will lose by a landslide. Jay-Z will annihilate you. His catalog is way deeper than yours, and you can't win that battle. But they did say Drake, and I thought that would be a great night for hip-hop.
Yeah, it would.
Drake versus Kanye West. Holy cow. That would be one for the ages for sure. They would have millions and millions of followers that night. And
that would definitely be the biggest one of all time.
Biggest one of all time, for sure. So if y'all can get that together, Swiss, if y'all can get that together, Timbo, y'all make that happen. That would be great. Okay. I also wanted to tell you some other things that I saw. He said your boy Soldier didn't make the album.
Yo, that was the funniest thing I ever saw.
That was hilarious. He just said because his verses was whack. It wasn't good.
He was just like, did you hear the verse? I was like, oh my God.
Shots fired. I love it.
And Nori didn't catch it when he said it.
I know.
He was like, no, I didn't hear it. Oh. So then he followed it up with, was it bad? Yeah.
Yeah. It was, period.
Yeah.
So that didn't make it, and that was hilarious.
Oh, that was classic.
Okay. And then, speaking of which, sidebar. I doubt he'll do it. But another interesting battle would have been, other than Drake, I still think him and Drake would be the best battle. But Kanye versus 50 wouldn't be bad either.
No.
But I just don't think 50 on movies and TV, he's doing great for the culture. A lot of big things, employing a lot of people. But I'll just say what I have to say about that. As much as I'm glad that he wants to make movies about hood stars, and I recognize, I heard that Alpo was recently gunned down in Harlem by whoever, and, we all saw Paid in Full. I lived through that Harlem era of so I know there is an allure to it. But I would like to believe that we have matured to a place where we stop glorifying what we know is death. Let's be clear. All right? We know you're going to prison. If you're not going to prison, you're going to the graveyard, where a lot of the things that we glorify, gun violence, drug sales. I don't want to call by name, but y'all know the movies that's out. Y'all got the stations, right? And we often put people to work to glorify those people. Truth be told, if you really want to glorify somebody, I thought about this a little earlier today. For you future filmmakers, or any of you filmmakers who are like, but you got to make something that's relevant, and you got to make something that people want to see. I personally would like to see a movie made about the late, great Robert Smalls. Many people don't know Robert Smalls because his story doesn't get told very frequently, but Robert Smalls was born into slavery in 1839. He steals a Confederate military ship in 1861, disguises himself as the captain, uses the book to signal past the Confederate guard ships, escapes to freedom, and then buys a house, runs for Congress, and lives happily ever after. Like, at a time fresh out of slavery. Okay? Like, this is the kind of stories, and Ye spoke about that on the Drink Champs. He said he wanted to cancel Black History Month. I'm not going to go that far. I don't think we should cancel it. However, I get his point. Yeah. His point was, I don't want to talk about how we were slaves no more. I don't want to talk about how we, have been abused and mistreated. I want to talk about glorious things. I want to talk about how far we've come, how we've uplifted each other, how much we've overcome, where we're going now, what we're doing next, right? Yes, the trauma of the past is unquestionable. Reparations are long overdue. Long overdue. However, I just put a post up on my Facebook this morning. I went live on my way here. And I said, I had a conversation this morning about a real estate issue that is really affecting the hip hop community here in Tampa Bay and throughout Florida and probably throughout the United States. Right now, the cost of rent is skyrocketing. It costs a lot of money to live here, particularly in the Tampa Bay area. The rent is not cheap, okay? And if you thought you were going to get what you rented a place for 2-3 years ago for the same price now, and you try to go out and you rent a new home or rent an apartment, you are going to be in for a shock at what the prices are. So a lot of people are out here screaming, we need affordable housing. We need more affordable housing. Stop building luxury condos everywhere. Stop building all of these luxury developments. We need affordable housing. And I don't disagree with you. We do. But last week we had my guest, William Ikemba Crawley, the Honorable William Ikemba Crawley, and he talked about he's tired of us pointing our fingers. He's tired of us saying, you got to do this for me, you. What about the three fingers pointing back at you, right? Because I just finished telling you in the last segment, I have land for sale. You can buy land. You can develop. If you want affordable housing, make it. Stop looking at it as a problem. Look at it as an opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to buy that land. You feel like you want to do affordable housing? Great. You have everything you need right in your own community. I know roofers. I know plumbers. I know electricians, right? I know people who are general contractors who fully build whole houses. I know developers you buy some land, they can develop the land, they can clear the land, okay? We have everything we need in the community. The one thing that we kind of seem to be struggling with, though, and why this seems like it's a problem that the fees are going up, we have a challenge with, I don't want to say unity, I want to say pooling our resources. You must pool your resources. So in the short term, while there will be people who are going to be in a bind, they're not going to be able to afford the rents, they're not going to be able to find a great place, those folks have to make some decisions rather than marching and screaming and yelling at politicians and begging, and you need to help us. What you need to do is pool your resources and start doing for self, right? As best as you can. There are people in the community who want to help you. There are resources in the community to help you, whether that be the woman who I was communicating with. She said the prices had gone so high for rent, she just decided to buy. Great. That is logical. If you're going to pay the same price for rent that you would for ownership, buy it.
Most of the time, it's more for rent.
It's more for rent often.
Yeah.
Right. Because you're paying someone else's mortgage.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot of the times, in addition to that, I think that there is a fear component, right? See, I had a guy once tell me, he said, it rubbed me the wrong way, but it was a legit question. He said, why y'all black people always, you cheering for this person because they got a house, so what? Everybody live in a house. People buy houses every day. What's the big deal? Not. Immediately, I recognized he didn't understand, the history of redlining. He didn't understand,
at all.
He was in a place of privilege, and he was speaking from his privilege. And so I had to kind of remind him that what's easy for you and common for you isn't easy and common for everyone. And it certainly isn't common in the hip-hop community, where a lot of rappers, we talked about this on the show too, that a lot of times rappers are trying to get successful because they want to do what? I want to buy my mom a house. Okay? Mom don't have a house, so mom wasn't able to teach children how to get their home. They didn't teach it in school, and you weren't learning at home. See, some other communities get the benefit of, you didn't learn it in school either, but mom and dad already have a house or multiple homes, and they taught you the route. They showed you. Okay? Not everybody gets that. And so for those folks, I would say, and this show is important, and shows like this are important. Not only home ownership and hip hop on Flow Ohio Radio and Spreaker Radio, but there are shows of every kind. There's one called Earn Your Leisure that I recommend. There are all kinds of other platforms where people are out here trying to get you the information. I just spoke with a brother this morning also in reference to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. He has a book out called Bitcoin, and I'm sorry, what is it called? Let me be clear. Excuse me. I want to be clear about the name of this book, because I would like for you, if you are into reading, empowering yourself, go get this book by Isaiah Jackson. It's called Bitcoin in Black America, because he believes that he can actually change our current trajectory by helping people to invest into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. The upside potential is tremendous, but do your research. Don't go into this blindly. This is something new. And he and I are talking about that. I endorsed his book. I watch his webinars, and I'm learning myself on that end, on the Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. And shout out to my cousin, Andre Jalil Jackson. He actually was the one. He took me by the hand, and he's walking me through it. He's helping me to see what are NFTs, what is cryptocurrency, what are the different ways you can get it, how are the different ways you can sell it, how are the different ways you can trade it, how do I convert crypto into dollars, can I buy a house with cryptocurrency, right? All of these sorts of questions are things that are coming. And are important for you to get a handle on, because this will be a part of what we will be dealing with over the next 5 to 10 years and beyond. Okay, and it is an investment strategy, but of course, I'm here to talk about what investment strategy? Real estate. I think that real estate is still the safest investment strategy because it's tangible. I can go and touch it. I can sell it. I can walk it. I like that. I like being able to physically own a thing. So for those of you who want to own land, who want to own real estate, definitely contact me, 813-444-2691. Again, 813-444-2691. If you want to talk cryptocurrency, again, reach out to our brother Isaiah Jackson. I think he is a tremendous resource. And you can plug in Isaiah Jackson or Bitcoin in Black America on YouTube, find a plethora of information. He is what I liked about him is not only is he talking to us, like us, right, but he also talks in layman's terms. A lot of times when you talk crypto, it starts getting very technical. There are big words that I didn't understand, and algorithms and things like this. And so I like that he broke it down super simple. And so I thank you, Brother Jackson. All right, let's run another commercial, and we'll come right back. For those of you who are tuning in, tell a friend, tell another friend, and make sure if you have any questions, if you are communicating, because I'm not looking at my phone, I'm not looking at the Flow Ohio Radio platform. If you are posting questions on the live, make sure you, kind of make yourself known, make yourself clear, because we don't want to miss you. All right? Talk to you soon.
Kyle Jackson from Savin Premier Real Estate makes selling your home look easy. Even when things behind the scenes don't go quite according to plan. Kyle will go to great lengths to make sure potential buyers see the best of your home. In It's all about the details, making sure he's got your back. Kyle Jackson from Savin Premier Real Estate, just another day at the office, working to sell your home. If you're looking to sell your home, contact Kyle Jackson today. He's got your back.
Welcome back. Kyle Jackson, Savin Premier Real Estate, Tampa Bay's favorite realtor, and the host of Home Ownership and Hip Hop right here on Flow Ohio Radio. I didn't bring my coffee today. That's why I needed a sip of water or something. But I'm so glad to be here talking about real estate, talking about how you can invest or buy or, even rent here in the Tampa Bay area. If you're thinking about relocating, speaking of which, the reason I always mention relocating is because we get people in the Tampa Bay area from all over the country. Particularly, there are some notable areas. Salute, Ohio. We get a lot of people from the Buckeye State. We get a lot of people now from Michigan. I'm seeing a lot of Michigan plates out here this year. And, of course, the natural migration is New York to Florida. New Yorkers come here by the billions, it seems like. That's an exaggeration, but definitely by the millions. And if you have been thinking about relocating to the Tampa Bay area, it is always wise to contact a great realtor to help you with your search, get familiar with the lay of the land, find great places, great schools, and the place you want to call home. So let's get back to it. I wanted to talk to you about something else, Serge, in reference to the show that we were talking about, the Big Yay show. The Big Yay show. I saw on there that I left off, he wanted to smoke with everybody. He was taking shots.
Yeah.
He didn't have he was like, I'm pulling no punches on this interview. I'm going to let John Legend have it. I'm gonna let Common have it. I'm going to let Lil Big Sean have it. But he also came from my man Just Blaze. Not Just Blaze. On the producer tip. The producer tip. Took shots at Just Blaze. Said he copied the whole half of the album and he didn't get the money. I was hurt when I heard that. I was like, no, that can't be. Tell us it ain't so. But I think that he was honestly speaking his piece. And I think that's really good. Speaking of which, where is Just Blaze? Have we seen Just?
I don't know.
He was heavy in
It's been a minute.
It's been a good minute.
That's why Kanye was like, well, you
That's
see where he
is.
Right. Like, come on, man.
Come on, bro. He's just enjoying the fruits of his labor. He don't got to work no more.
Yeah, he don't.
Boy, they made some money. All right. So, let's talk some more in reference to, I left off talking about the fact that folks are talking about affordable housing. Okay. And I get it. But again, the cavalry's not coming. Nobody's going to save you. If you want it, you got to build it. And let's just be 100% honest with us. This is the hip hop community talking. A lot of times builders don't want to get into the affordable housing market because while they may get incentives to do so, the cost of maintaining the property becomes ridiculous because of the tenants and the people living there. They do not take pride in their home and their community oftentimes. And a lot of times, I also said this on my live, a lot of times it's not the renter themselves. Mom, grandma, dad, they want to do better, right? They want to have something better. That's why they moved into a new community. That's why they tried to get better. Often it's their kid outside selling dope. Often it's their kid doing graffiti. Often it's, some people not keeping the place clean where you got roach infestation, rat infestation. Like, it takes money for these people to provide an affordable place for you to live, okay? And so if that is what you want and need, then you have to take some responsibility. Again, pointing those three fingers back at you, these three fingers back at you. You've got to make sure if you see dirt, it don't got to be just the janitor that picks up. You can, if somebody drops something in front of my house, there's no janitor. I go out and I pick it up, okay? If my fence needs clean, if my fence is broken or something, It's got to be fixed. I'm going to pay for someone to fix it, or I'm going to go out there and do it, right? Like, it's that kind of ownership that we need, because I'm encouraging those who do have the means. I think you have a golden opportunity before you if you have the resources to get into that affordable housing space where you can develop it and put it out for people. A lot of people are in need and calling for it, and so it may be a win it could be a win-win situation. All right. So some other things that tie into this hip hop and home ownership conversation. Shout out to our brother Jay-Z and our brother LL Cool J for being inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's pretty epic, right? We got that going on. And Jay-Z just came out with a movie called The Harder They Fall, which I really enjoyed. Did you happen to catch that?
Oh, that was his?
That's his. He's the
I had
executive
no
producer
idea.
of that.
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Great movie.
I keep hearing about it.
It is good. I gave it an A minus. A minus, almost a B plus, because, you know, I'm one of those people who are actually looking at the editing. And so there's one scene they put their hands on the young man's shoulders. And if you're looking at the hands on the shoulders, one is black and one is white.
Oh, no.
Like that. So I did catch that.
There wasn't two people there?
There weren't two people there, one guy. So that's an editing error that I caught. Or there was one at the end, like they're about to ride off into the sunset, like a traditional Western, right? But they had just had this epic fight scene where, like, they're beat up, they hurt. People were shot and everything. It was crazy. And then the next scene, when you're about to ride off into the sunset, you look like nothing happened. What happened to the fight yesterday? Y'all just had it out. So little things like that were in the movie. But I would definitely recommend seeing it. And kudos to everybody who was in it, because I kept saying, oh, that's my man from Judas and the Black Messiah. Oh, that's Regina King. Oh, that. So it is star-studded. I loved it. Good movie.
I'm going to have to check it out tonight.
Check that. All right. What else? I am talking to you today about a lot of random things, but I do have a brief announcement. So now is the best time to tell it. If you are not tuned in, we are going to take a holiday hiatus. Let's call it that. I tried to think of the proper words to say, but we're going to take a holiday hiatus and return with Homeownership and Hip Hop in the new year. So this is my time to tell y'all about the fact that this gentleman to my left, who you can't see, his name is Surgeon General. He runs Flowhio Radio, and this man has blessed me multiple times to be on this platform. Surge, I just wanted to tell you publicly, thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for the show. Thank you for what you're doing for hip-hop and for Tampa Bay, particularly. Okay, and so we will return in 2022 because we want to make sure that we're giving you what you actually want. And so that kind of transitions me to what I have to say about that. Is this even what you want, right? You know, there's an old cliche saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And so I'm not trying to force this down your throat. In fact, going back to that Kanye interview, he seemed to say home ownership, the reason he's living kind of a bit of a nomadic life wherever he wants, is because, you know, it is a part of a construct that he feels is about control, mind control. He's not all the way wrong, okay? However, we must deal with the cards before us. Like I often say, you got to play the hand that you've been dealt, okay? And so the hand that we have before us, this is where we are in time. We're not all situated like Kanye, where we can just, I'm going to live a nomadic.
Yeah.
I
live out of my backpack.
I'm in a backpack life. You know, not all of us can live like that, okay? And so some of us need stability. We need a foundation, and a home is a great way to build that. And so while I disagreed, I understood what he was saying about controlling the populace and how, you know, home ownership can be seen in that way. I don't see it that way, or else I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be selling it to you, okay? I see it as more of a way out of the traumas that you've been dealing with, right? But there, of course, are levels. And when I say traumas, I understand how it may stink to not live in a great apartment, not be paying top dollar. have a bad landlord, right? Live in a not so great neighborhood. I've had all of those experiences personally. And then you want a house, but your credit ain't right. You want a house, but your money ain't right. You want a house, you want things, but nobody's ever taught you the steps. So I'm going back. I'm here to teach you the steps. I'm here to help you and walk you through the steps. I will hold your hand from beginning to end and make sure that you can get a home if you want one. But if you don't want one, I don't want to keep feeding you information. This is valuable information. And one of the things that I talked about with on a previous show is, you know, we give this to you. This show you're listening to is free. This is free game, free knowledge, free for you, not for me. This costs me to give to you. And so if you don't want it, I don't want to give it. But if you do want it, I would encourage you in 2022, tune into Homeownership and Hip Hop, because we're going to have a plethora, that's a big word, a lot of guests on the show who can not only teach you about home ownership, investment, what kind of loan programs are out there, what kind of other investment vehicles might be wise to get into, like we were talking about cryptocurrencies earlier. So we're going to have a lot going on, but I hope that you want it. And the way to show that you want it, watch, share, tell a friend, listen to the podcast, share the podcast, right? Like, all of these things to do are very, very simple. And you may think I'm saying that for you to benefit me, but it actually not only benefits me, it will also benefit you by hopefully helping you to get a home and friends, family, loved ones, things like that. All right? So, Serge, let's run a commercial and come back with our next topic. I got a lot of commercials today, y'all.
Searching for Tampa real estate services? The realtors at Sivin Premier Real Estate work with integrity, skill, and a genuine care for our clients. We help you navigate the buying process to secure the perfect home. We streamline the selling process and maximize your earning potential. Our realtors really care about you. As an elite brokerage, we focus on providing real estate services with a relational approach, which often involves more than buying or selling. We want to guide you on your Tampa real estate services journey. Residents of the Tampa Bay area enjoy both a laid-back beach lifestyle combined with the hustle of a larger metropolitan city. Come live in the beauty and comfort of Tampa Bay. We love our clients. Turning your real estate dreams and goals into reality is our priority. We will handle all of the intricate and numerous details to make your real estate experience as smooth as possible. Call 813-330-0084 or visit sivinpremier.com today to discuss all of your Tampa real estate services needs.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Jackson, Sivin Premier Real Estate, your host of Homeownership and Hip Hop right here on Flowhio Radio. Thank you for tuning in. I want to, for the last 10 minutes of this show, there are some hot topics that I wanted to address and some information that I want you to have. So first, hot topic, I want to just give a rest in peace and shout out to our brother Snoop Dogg. He lost his mom recently, and so rest in peace to Mrs. Brodus. I certainly understand he is in pain, and we have nothing but love for Snoop Dogg and his family. I want to mention something about real estate. There is a young lady, she talks about real estate investments on social media, and she became what we would call an Instagram star, okay? And recently, she had someone kind of show up to her home like a stalker to try to hurt her. Yeah, it was like a big police thing. It was crazy. And so, you know, I wanted to say for all of the people who are out putting out content, being on Instagram, being on social media, doing their thing, we're super proud of you. But, of course, be careful out here. Not everybody is a good person, okay? So I'm glad that her situation wound up well, because what that guy was doing, if you're familiar with the story that I'm even talking about, out of Virginia, crazy. So I'm glad that they caught him. But I wanted to mention her also because she recently mentioned our beautiful Polk County. Polk County actually rests, for those who don't know Florida. Tampa is here, and then a little ways down the road, just past Lakeland, just past Plant City, you start getting into Lakeland and Polk County, and so they have some of the best real estate prices in the country right now. Literally, one of the best places to buy vacant land in the country, one of the top 5 places in the country, is Polk County, Florida. I have a prospective customer who's looking for a house in the $200-something thousand range. I will tell you that I'm going to just bring it to you raw, hip-hop. If you want an entry-level home in the Tampa Bay area, you are talking about something $300,000 and up now, okay? But if you get out to Lakeland, you can not only get a large house with land in the 200s still, okay? You can buy vacant land in the 100s and below still. And so, and what's beautiful about that whole Polk County area is it's kind of set right in between Orlando and Tampa. So it's a great place. I mean, you're right to Tampa, right to Orlando, you kind of set in between. And of course, they're developing the I-4 corridor. So if you are thinking about investing, but you want to keep your costs low, look at Lakeland. Call Kyle Jackson with Savin Premier Real Estate. I got you covered. Okay. I wanted to talk about that. I also have a couple of other hot topics that I wanted to mention to you. So I want to give a major shout out to our brother Raheem Samad. Raheem Samad is a local MC out of the Tampa Bay area, and he just got written up in the paper for being on a new track with the rapper Sky Zoo out of Brooklyn. So salute to Sky Zoo, salute to my brother Raheem Samad. Congratulations on that come up. We have other things that are going on as well, but I'm scrolling, so I don't have them all in order, so bear with me. One of the things that we recently saw that I just need to chime in on is it looks like we are watching or about to witness the reconciliation of Jay-Z and Dame Dash. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for that.
Dope.
That will, I really, for not only for hip hop's sake, but just for them as men, I would love to see that come full circle, because we know that they went their separate ways. They had their thing that was all in the media, what have you. But those men, Jay-Z did an honorable thing by mentioning that man during his acceptance speech into the Hall of Fame, because they built that thing together. I remember it clearly. It was the 3 of them, Biggs, Dame, and Jay-Z. And Rockefeller is forever a part of the hip-hop brand, culture, scene, everything from the clothes, from the music, from Kanye West is a product of Rockefeller, right? And so I would love to see those brothers bring it full circle to a place of love and respect and, upliftment, because they both are very important to the culture. And, as much as people like to say whatever negative things they may say in reference to Dame and Dash, Dame is a genius, man. Dame is for the culture, and I respect him tremendously. I love his views. I love what he's presented to the culture, and I really love his willingness to fight for what's his. That whole, when we would see him going off on people back in the day during those Rockefeller tours, that was so necessary, and I salute him for it, because if you're going to build something, you got to defend your territory. You got to have it and defend it. You can't just have people coming and taking what's yours or disrespecting the whole. So salute Dame Dash for that. Salute for all that he did for the culture, and I hope that they can bring everything together, okay? I wanted to, lastly, I know we're talking a lot of hip-hop points today, but I want to talk about, because of our hiatus, I want to make sure I touch on the things that I didn't touch on that might have, I don't want it to slip through the cracks. I want to take 1 second and just mention that one other person that I like a lot that I've seen evolve in hip-hop recently, and I think that we should be paying closer attention to, is Gates. What's his...
Kevin Gates?
Kevin Gates. Have you watched this man evolve?
Oh, yeah.
This man has made he's a different human being. From when he first came in the game, when you became aware of him to where he is now, this man is great to watch. If you are a young and up and coming artist, you like getting into, real estate, you want to make money and all of that, but you also are into like having a conscious mind, being aware, understanding like your value, understanding how to respect yourself and your community and your woman and all. Man, salute Kevin Gates. Follow that man. Follow what he is doing. That man is putting out great material. And let's see. I also want to give a shout out. One other person who I've seen make a big transition is a local MC by the name of Plies. Plies has come. If you knew Plies when he first came out to where the Plies we see out today, that is a different human being. Okay? But his content is uplifting and positive and right. Salute Plies for his transformation and changing of his mind. One last person that I want to shout out is Dr. Boyce Watkins. How you go from Plies to Dr. Boyce Watkins? I watch it all. Okay, but I like what one of the reasons I wanted to mention him specifically is because he is often one, he's genius. Two, I love the content that he provides for the culture. But three, he is very critical of hip hop. Okay, he's hard on the hip hop community and what it brings. And he's not all the way wrong. Often he is right. However, as a person who considers himself a hip hop head or a part of the community, I don't always like the hard truth that he is saying, because sometimes even though you're right, I ain't like it. I didn't like that you were right, but you're right. And we do need to do a better job of speaking. I think the Dave Chappelle comedy special highlighted it best. Okay, this most recent one, The Closer, where after that show there was a lot of uproar, and you saw that he pointed out that there's an uproar when you say things about other communities, LGBTQ, Jewish community, right? I could go on, any other community. There becomes these outrages, and how dare you say, and you're not allowed to, and that's not. But you say stuff about black folks, right? Because he had a character on the Dave Chappelle show making a comedy skit out of the scene where Kunta Kinte is whipped, right? Ha ha ha! All fun and games. He has a scene where he has a blind black man who thinks he's a Klansman, right? Ha ha ha! All fun and games. He has all kinds of other, what people would say are detrimental images, right? Using the N-word, putting people, all of this is there, and it's funny when it's on us. But when it's on you, it ain't that funny, right? And so I think we can do a better job now that we have learned that, you should treat people kindly. You should treat people with respect. And we, in the hip-hop community, in this community, we need to do a good job not only of demanding respect from others, but respecting ourselves, right? And so if we're going to do that, if we're going to say we respect ourselves, we can't lead off the conversations with, I got that WAP, ladies. Or you can't lead off the conversation, fellas. I watched a recent meme. They were clowning the brother, but he's in some young lady's ear, and she's got the phone on him, and he's like, yeah, but I got money, though. I got that money, baby. And she don't care. She got money, right? Like, you look silly. Don't do that, right? That don't do that. So I want to encourage you all to be your highest and your best self. I know y'all are just having fun. I know y'all just want to get out here, but I want to also speak to my millennials. And what comes after millennial, Serge? I think it's Gen Z.
Gen Z, yeah.
Okay, so my Gen Zers, my millennials specifically, that's everybody kind of under 40. In your 30s, in your 20s, look at this sign. Write down the number. Invest in real estate.
Yeah.
ASAP.
The sooner you do it, the better.
The better.
Because prices ain't doing nothing but going up.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Okay?
Not at all.
When I first moved to Tampa Bay, there were houses. It was standard. I could go all over Tampa and find homes for under $100,000.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Okay.
You could do that almost 5 years ago.
Yep.
Right
there was still
over,
plenty.
right up the road on Florida Ave.
200 and under.
Yeah.
Now, everything, the entry level price is $300,000 and up. Okay. Can you find something for less? Yes, there are homes out there for less. They're not going to be very nice. They're going to need some work. They'll be fixer-uppers. They'll be small. They might be a townhouse. But if you want your traditional 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and up, you looking at 300 and up. Okay, and if that sounds unaffordable to you, again, like I said earlier, do not be afraid to pool your resources. We watch other communities do it all the time. Multi-families living in one house, sharing all them bills together. They might not be in the most ideal situation. I'm sure sometimes they wish I had my own place. I don't want to share this room. I don't want to share this living room. I need my own kitchen. They have all of those feelings, but they stay together, pool those resources, invest in their businesses until they have enough to get out, and they bring somebody else right in. Mm-hmm. Same, it's a cycle. We're going to help our own. We're going to help, and if that needs to be you for the time being, if you need to get a roommate, do that. If you need to get, a couple families, some people moved into me next door to my house. They are renting the house next door to me for, I think it's like $2,200 a month. Okay. They moved down from Michigan, 2 families. That's a husband and a wife and their child, and a husband and a wife. So that's 5 people have decided to move into that house and share those bills because they know they can't cover it by themselves. There's nothing wrong in that. There's no shame in that. You do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. All right? So I wanted to share that with you. Serge, let me tell them one more time before where they can find us, and if you would run those other commercials and sign us out, that would be fantastic.
Gotcha.
But before we go, please remember, my name is Kyle Jackson. I'm the host of Homeownership and Hip Hop. I'm a realtor with Savin Premier Real Estate. I am Tampa Bay's favorite realtor and hopefully your realtor. I would love to serve as your agent, whether you are looking to sell your home, buy a new home, or invest in property here in the Tampa Bay area. So please do check out my website. You can go to the brokerage website and find me at savinpremier.com. You can go to KyleSellsDreamHomes.com, KyleSellsTampaBay.com. I won't bore you, but I have like 17 websites, literally. You can also type in hashtag KyleSellsDreamHomes on YouTube and find a plethora of videos and home tours and infomercials and all kinds of stuff about me on there. So I am no stranger. I am not hiding by any means. You can find me on every social media platform at Kyle Sells Dream Home on TikTok, Kyle Sells Dream Homes on Instagram, Kyle Sells Dream Homes on Facebook, Kyle Sells Dream Homes on LinkedIn. Everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm not hiding. I'm here for you if you would like me to be. Okay? And so be sure to continue to tune in or call me directly, 813-444-2691. I look forward to seeing you in 2022. But for those of you who do celebrate the upcoming holidays, whether that be Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, or New Year's Eve, I pray that you and your family experience the best of all things. I love you. Peace and love.
A home is more than just a place you eat and sleep. Memories are created that will last a lifetime. Milestones and achievements that you'll cherish forever. And as families grow or you move up in life, it's time for your home to grow with you. A new home to create even more memories.
Every home has memories. Every home is a chapter in someone's life. My name is Kyle Jackson. I am a realtor with Savin Premier Real Estate. I would love to help you go from the current chapter to the next chapter of your life. Call me anytime.
When it comes to selling your current home and buying your next, Kyle Jackson's got your back. Selling your home can be a big decision for you. An even bigger one is the realtor you list it with. You want a realtor that's going to check all the boxes and one that's got your back. That realtor is Kyle Jackson from Savin Premier Real Estate.
You want a realtor that's going to be with you through the entire selling process. My name is Kyle Jackson. I'm a realtor with Savin Premier Real Estate, and I got your back.
Make the easiest decision when it comes to selling your home. Choose the realtor that's going to go the extra mile and assure you that you made the right choice. Contact Kyle Jackson today. He's got your back.